What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So another chest and tricep day. I'm really excited to get in there and kind of see where I'm at. Kind of pushed it last week, so I think I'm gonna try and rep 185 for my sets if possible. If I can control the weight. If I can't, I'll probably drop it back down somewhere in that range of like 155, but we'll see. I really want to focus on all my sets this week being in control of the weight instead of just moving as heavyweight as possible. Still pushing myself with the weight, making sure it is heavy for me, but for the amount of sets I'm going for, I want to make sure I can still control the weight. I think that's where you have the most growth potential, is when you push yourself, but to the point where you can still control the weight a little bit. And especially when it comes down to a movement like the bench press, I want to be able to get the bar all the way down to my chest, just so I can get the full maximum stretch possible. And I think that will be a determining factor on how fast I can build my strength gains in my chest. So anyways, it's going to be a good workout today. I'll probably try and get some weighted dips in for the warm-up. So I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, we're going to start off with some weighted dips again. First of all, I started off with stretching, of course, as always. And then I went over and did some body weight dips. And now I grabbed the 25 plate. And then I just do 3 warm-up sets of weighted dips. So I'm trying to improve this. So this is something I've been doing more often. You guys will see me do this on chest and shoulder day, both days. It's a great way to warm up all the joints in the upper body for these kinds of pushing movements. Alright, here we go, guys. Flat bench today. Warming up right now. Just gonna get the 135 going, and I'm really trying to focus on clean reps as possible. So I'm doing every single rep how I would do the heavy weight for me. So basically, even when I have nothing on the bar, I'm treating it as if it had 185 pounds on the bar, or whatever my max set is going to be that day. So I kind of try and keep it at the same rhythm and pace when I'm doing the repetition. And this is just going to help with your mind muscle connection to keep you making the movements in the cleanest way as possible. Yeah, and then after doing 185 today, I realized it felt a little heavy. I was sacrificing a little cleanness in my form, so I dropped it back down to 155, and this felt much better for the reps, for all my sets. I felt like I got a lot more out of the exercise. My chest was very fatigued after, and my triceps were a little bit as well, feeling a bit of a pump, so it was really good overall. And yeah, next time I can always increase the weight, but I'd rather get more out of it if I can. Then today I didn't do incline barbell, I just skipped straight to dumbbell incline, and I was able to put more weight up because of it. Last week I think I was struggling with the 60s, and then today it was going up really easily. So I ended up increasing the weight to 65s and doing that for my next two sets. And I really enjoyed this. I felt like it got the very good stretch in the bottom of the repetition, and also just got that pump in the upper chest. It felt really nice to do this one as well today. All right, after I finish that off, I'm gonna go upstairs and do some flies. Usually I do flies on the cables, but this time the pec deck machine was actually available for once, so I wanted to hop onto it and just do some pectoral flies. I haven't done this in a couple weeks, and usually it's always taken. There's only one of these at my gym, so it felt pretty good to get onto this one, and I can really focus on having the good stretch and contraction on this more than I can on the cables, because like I said, sometimes on the cables it can be annoying, especially if you don't weigh that much and you are a strong person. The stack is going to be constantly pulling you backwards towards the weight stack, so that can be a little bit frustrating. And in this variation you can already focus on completely squeezing with your chest, more so. And when I set up this machine, I always make sure to put it slightly behind my shoulder blades, or my shoulders, so I can get that external rotation a little bit. And this is going to stretch out your shoulders and your chest, but that's not only going to make you more flexible by doing this, but it's also just going to make the exercise more effective as well. So if you guys weren't aware, the stretch is almost more important than a contraction in any exercise, because that's where you're actually pulling the muscle fibers apart, and giving them micro tears, which can later on be repaired, which in course is going to grow your muscles, as you guys already know. So that's one thing I want to focus on this summer, is getting great stretches in every exercise. Alright, so now you're going to see me do the rope tricep extensions, and these felt really awesome today because I did find a brand new rope, so it had no tears in it at all. I don't know if you guys have ever used a brand new rope before, but it's just, it feels a lot better and it feels different. So this was a great set, couple of series of sets right here. Then after that, I wanted to do just a regular angled handle right here. So I picked that up, and you can obviously do a lot more weight with that, but I'm trying to make sure I'm focusing on keeping my elbows stationary as possible. And I mean, I do have a lot of weight on the bar, but as you can see, I'm controlling my arms very well and keeping uh, the bar path perfectly strict, or the handle path, you could say, in this exercise. So it's very important. And then, of course, I wanted to do some incline flies because I had this other cable open up right next to it. And why not? I want to hit a different part of the chest, different angles. And I didn't want to do another pressing movement today, so I thought might as well do another fly movement. So this one's great if you guys haven't tried it already. Like I said, drop the cables down and lift upwards if you want to hit your upper chest. Put the cables to the top and lift downwards at a decline if you want to hit the lower chest. But I honestly don't really suggest that because a lot of people have overdeveloped under uh, bottom of the chest and underdeveloped top of the portion of the chest. So I would say anytime you have a chance to decide and pick between an incline movement and a decline movement, I would always pick the incline movement, and this is just going to make your chest look bigger overall. And last but not least, I wanted to do one more tricep movement. So we go back upstairs, and I'm doing the tricep extension machine. Essentially, it's the opposite of a preacher curl, as you guys already know. I've done this machine pretty much consistently for the past couple weeks, and I just like how it locks you into a position, and it kind of is nice on your joints. If you have problems with your elbows, I might suggest you trying out this machine at a lighter weight, um, and just slowly working your way up once your elbows kind of warm up, loosen up, and get a little blood flow throughout the triceps. But this one thing that can be a little bit uncomfortable is the wrists. If you're not used to training or you have weak wrists, this might be an uncomfortable position for your hands, but at least you have the neutral grip, so it is going to be the strongest position for the wrists to be in possible. All right, guys, that was it for today's workout. That was pretty great. I just got done with my cardio, as you could tell. That was pretty good cardio today. I did 30 minutes, just like the average amount of cardio I would do per day. I would say if you have time to do an hour of cardio a day, go ahead and do it if you feel up to it. 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes later on in the evening, whatever works out for you. But that's especially for people who work from home or anything like that. Like I work in the public, I work at a grocery store, so I'm walking around all day lifting 50-pound boxes anyways, so I'm doing a little bit, I'm up and moving anyways from the start of my morning. So yeah, I'm always getting cardio in. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm sitting at like probably around like 15% body fat right now, which is kind of exactly where I want to be for a main gain, and that's kind of my goal. A lot of people want to do this kind of thing where they just bulk and then cut, and they don't think there's anything in between, but there is a happy medium, you guys. You know, if you're kind of in the same boat as me, where you started out skinny and you're trying to gain muscle, you don't need to gain all this extra body fat to gain muscle. It's not going to benefit you or make you any stronger to have more fat on your body. So you want to just keep it around a middle ground where I'd say like 15% is perfect for main gaining. Anywhere from probably like 10 to 15%. Anything above 15% is a little bit extra. I mean, you could technically have more than 15% body fat on you and still main gain fine, but you're gonna have a harder time when you cut later on. And I just want to get rid of some of the fat layer around my lower stomach, because that's where I tend to store most of my fat in the stomach, and that's kind of common for males, especially once you start getting older. So I want to make sure I can trim off maybe a couple extra pounds of body fat. So I might drop down back to like 190, we'll see. But I'm curious to see my body fat percentage right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure it to the best I can with the equipment I have available to me, and I'll let you guys know what my body fat percentage is around a good estimate for right now. But anyways, couple things, you guys. So next week's my birthday. I think I've told you guys already. It's coming up soon, July 3rd. So we are going camping. And so the workout videos are going to be a little bit scarce. I don't have time to film out in advance videos, so I'm just gonna post what I can, and I'm gonna be filming a vlog of the birthday trip and the camping trip and just kind of the fishing experience I'm gonna have up there. And we're gonna probably make some fish tacos, hopefully, if we catch some fish. So I want to share with you guys some fishing and just some fun times, something to kind of get the mind off of just the grind that we've been going through for the last couple months, and really just take a break and enjoy life, friends, and family. So that's gonna be awesome. But it is gonna affect the video schedule release. So if you don't see a video, don't freak out. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sticking to this grind, and I'm super excited for this summer bulk, you guys. It's been so much fun, and I'm making a lot of progress every day. And so yeah, guys, don't forget to do your cardio today. 30 minutes. I just got done on the Stairmaster, so I'm gonna go take a shower, get changed, and then relax a little bit and edit this video. But anyways, you guys, I'll see you tomorrow for legs. It's been a while since I've trained the legs, a couple days, so I'm pretty excited to train them, and I feel like we're gonna have a lot of power. So tomorrow I'm gonna try and carb up as much as possible so I can lift heavy. And yeah, like same thing as today, I'm not gonna go as heavy as I possibly can. I'm definitely not gonna PR, but you know, I am gonna push myself to have heavy weight, but in controlled sets. So anyways, you guys, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It helps me out a ton. Thank you guys so much for helping me reach 65 subs. Guys, we're getting so close to 100. I know we can do it. We're gonna hit it soon, so I'm not too worried about it. But other than that, like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.